Everyone, it is Jill Diamond, and I am back. And I'm back strong. Listen, I have a really exciting exercise for you. It's a little different, it's a little out of the box. So let me explain what it is. Back in the 1980s, when I was living in California, I was studying health-related things. Like I was studying nutrition, I was studying positive thinking, I was studying massage therapy, and one of the things that I was studying around positive thinking was from a woman by the name of Louise Hay. And Louise Hay, unfortunately, she's not with us anymore, but Louise Hay is all about affirmations, positive ways of thinking to help us reach our dreams and reach our goals. And so I created this exercise based on what I learned from Louise Hay, and I have given it to all of my private students over the years because it's a way for you to understand what's going on in my head. What might be blocking me from speaking English the way that I really want, or the way that I know I can, or the way I do sometimes. And so this is how this exercise works. The first thing we do is we come up with what I call a personal best statement. What is the thing that you're wanting to achieve? And then we say that statement as if it were true. So for example, I speak Portuguese fluently and am easily understood. That's what I said to myself because I speak Portuguese as a foreign language. And I said, well, maybe we could use this statement to help you, right? And so here I just changed from Portuguese to English. I speak English fluently and am easily understood. That is one example of a personal best statement. Now, you could think of a different personal best statement. For example, maybe I give amazing presentations in English. Or I just got my new promotion, right? I want you to think of that personal best statement, something that you imagine or dream is true and that you really want for yourself. And then once you know what that is, the way this activity works is we take a piece of paper, okay? Now, I recommend that it's real paper, real pen, but you could also do it on the computer. In fact, I'm going to put a link to this document in today's description for you, all right? And then you can download this document, read through the directions, and you can do this activity for yourself. But this is how it works. Let's say that your personal best statement is, I speak English fluently and am easily understood. So what you do, right, is you type it. And then you say to yourself, what is my immediate response to this thought, right? So if I write, I speak English fluently and am easily understood. And the first thing that goes through my head is, well, sometimes, that's it. Well, sometimes. And then I immediately go to the second line and I write, I speak English fluently and am easily understood, right? And then I write over here, I am. And then I come back over here and I write it again. Why? Because the way the brain thinks, if you let yourself be spontaneous, is you're going to vacillate. You're going to go back and forth between feeling really good about your English and then maybe having some doubts. And why this exercise is so important is because it helps you to identify what's blocking you, what's in the way of you feeling fluent, of you being able to really achieve being easily understood. You get it? I sure hope so. All right. Now, here are some other just examples, okay? Again, this is not something you sit and you think about. You write on the left and then you answer on the right. I speak English fluently and am easily understood. Well, not really. I speak fluently and am easily understood. It depends on the situation. I speak English fluently and am easily understood. Depends on the subject. I speak English fluently and am easily understood. Repeat, 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 and then when I've had enough sleep, I am unstoppable, right? So the right-hand side is the spontaneous response, and the left-hand side is 25, and I repeat, 25 lines. And you're going to write that sentence 25 times. You're going to respond to it 25 times. And after you do this exercise, I want you to tell me what the next week is like for you and your English. Please send me a message or write a comment in today's post 1 week after you do this exercise, okay? I can't wait to hear the results. All right, good luck. I hope you love it. Bye.